Hello and welcome, my name is Kevin, this is Dude for Bruce. We're here in CK3 once more with you all for another time lapse. Today we'll be taking a suggestion from the true king of Erebor. He says, give the Karling house all the positive house modifiers and the dynasty upgrades. So we've gone ahead and done that, including the North and Iberian ones. And surprisingly, there are only two permanent modifiers for the dynasty, so we've given them as well. Predictions quickly. Right now, the Karling house has a total of, I believe, 4 kings. They have total 4 kings. So my guess is they'll probably have, let's say they'll have about 10 kings and 4 emperors when this is all said and done. As the Karlings are Catholic, we will say that the Catholics will be the most prolific religion. High German or French will be the most spoken language in the world. With that out of the way, let's get to the time lapse. I'll see you in a bit. Here we are, 483 years in the future, and things have changed. We have an exploded Mongol Empire. We have a disgusting Europe. We have a consolidated Africa, and the Middle East and India are up to their devices. I was really hoping we would see a Mongol-Bavaria fight, that one would conquer the other, but unfortunately the explosion of the empire happened way before that. I think this is a do it for Bruce first. This is never seen or ever heard of before, the AI making their own Holy Roman Empire, which is just, you'd love to see it. Unfortunately, it is a Karling run Holy Roman Empire, but that is the truth. So why don't we get to our normal progressions? Let's go down the list and see what's going on. I said that Catholicism was going to be the top faith, and it looks like they have. Surprisingly, this faith, Manichaeism, has been spread pretty well by the Mongols. I don't know how they got wind of this, but they must have, someone in their dynasty line had picked it up. Was it Temujin himself? Maybe. No. Temujin stayed Mongol, but then his son Jochi. Culture, you know, things are blessed and also blurst at the same time. Normans, Angevins, Anglo-Saxons. I wish from the 867 start date there would be a try to do a Norman invasion, even if they didn't have like just a random event would occur. You know, kind of like the random northern armies that happen. I wish that would happen if you were in the English territory. That would be kind of a fun little ordeal that you would have to come through. Culture is one thing to look at. It just makes me want to throw up sometimes. Let's really just dive in and see how well the House Karling did. They are currently sitting at about 3,636 living members, or 3636, and 96 houses, which is quite a bit. My prediction for kings was there was going to be 10 kings and 5 emperors, I said, or 4 emperors. And it looks like we have 1, 2, 3 emperors, and 11 kings and 3 emperors are in power. As for the most part, we can just see that you can see that there are traits. Everybody has very good traits. I would imagine if we went to the all realms and you said sum of skills, it was probably one of them is going to be a Karling. Yep. This guy has pretty good sum of skills, but this random dude also good sum of skills. I don't know what he's been doing, but he's been 80. That is, I don't know how he's so good at all this, but he is got quite the build on himself. As for the rest, it's mostly Karlings, because I wanted to see if there was any major changes. Nope. Corba, great. Rome, great. Byzantium, great. Some parts in the Middle East, or in the Middle East and India are great. Europe is a little more yellow. Cold languages. I said High German was going to be the bee's knees, but it looks like High German doesn't even have a horse in this race. It's either French or Mongolic or Iranian. My guess is it's probably Mongolic with how much land they just still have. Kingdom map mode. I want to see if anything crazy happened. There's some Frisia in England. Leon and all that stuff is broken apart. Looks like Italy taking a bite over Romagna. Nothing too crazy. I think what we'll probably see crazy things is the Holy Roman Empire, because whichever kingdom is in the Holy Roman Empire at the time of its inception, it gains those lands as permanent de jure. So if clearly Denmark and parts of Sweden were in, or Denmark had expanded to Sweden, like it, as you can see in this, and Frisia expanded to England. So those were in the empire when it was created. So that's why you see it there. But Bavaria, for some reason, was not in the empire. So that's why you don't see them being added. So what did we learn? I think what we learned today is that when you give a family that already has a lot of power another boon or a head start, they're going to do pretty well. Surprisingly, I thought they were going to own more of the world. At this point, they kind of, I think there's a Karling in power in Egypt. There's a Karling in power in Iberia. Obviously, most of Europe is Karling except for probably Italy, I think, is the only one that isn't Karling. So they didn't go and try to take over the East as much. Maybe if they had more time, they could have probably done more of that. But yeah, it looks like from as far as the Iberian Peninsula to Egypt is all Karling. I hope you enjoyed this time lapse. If you did, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And as always, have a good rest of your day. Ciao.